Hi guys, how you going? Campbell here from Autodidactic channel. Hope you're having an amazing day. And as always guys, autodidactic means to be self-educated. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about what does it actually mean to be self-educated and what does it mean to be autodidactic. Because it's not just about researching and about facts and sort of educating yourself. It's actually, to me, being autodidactic it's also a way of interacting with the world and the way that you see the world and the way that you see yourself. So that's what I want to get into. So to start with, I think the first thing that we all need to work out in life is, how do we see life? What is it? What is our philosophy? So we all, people can go through the same experiences in life and come out with completely different views on what happened. An easy example is a roller coaster. Two people can go on a roller coaster, and at the end of it, one can be really happy and the other one can be petrified. Same experience. And this is because of the way they see the world differently. They see the roller coaster differently. So the world is not really about, it's not us going out to change the world. All the work is inside us. If we want to change the world, we need to start with changing ourselves. So what is your philosophy? What do you think the world is? Do you think the world is a good place? Or is it a bad place? Is it full of good people who want to help you and be your friend? Or is it full of bad people that want to, hunt you down and hurt you and treat you like a slave? Because the thing is, we know there's a lot of problems in the world. At the moment, we all know about, the elites and the money system and taxes, fraud and work and all this stuff. There's a lot of crap around. But the thing is, if you spend your time focusing on the crap, you're going to attract more crap. It's just that simple. So what I do when I obviously know about all this stuff, and I think it's important to know about it, but once you work out what's going on and what the problem is, then you need to switch to solutions. Don't keep talking about the problem. Don't keep going back to it. Once and this is what I try and do in my videos as well, is if I'm showing something that is, a bad thing or a problem, I always try and put a solutions oriented focus on it, because that's what it's all about. It's about fixing problems. It's not about focusing. It's not about focusing on problems. It's about fixing them. And I see this a lot. I have seen this a lot. I've been in conspiracy circles for quite a while. I've been researching, basically my whole life. I've been online in this sort of capacity 10 years in different types of roles. I've had a few other YouTube channels, been in a lot of Facebook groups and all this kind of stuff. And I've seen people just implode. People come on board and they find out, especially about the government and the elites and the money system and tax and all this, and they just focus on that, and they just become these people who are just like, it turns into like poor little me. It's like the whole world's out to get me, rah, 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 rah. And they focus on it, and their life just goes to crap. It really does, and I've seen this on more than one occasion, and this is why it's so important to be solutions focused. Yes, there's crap going on, yes, there's bad, but we're here to change that. We're not here to tell the world, yeah, look, everything's crap. We're here to point things out. Look, this is a problem that we need to fix. If we want to be somewhere better in the future, we need to fix these problems now. And of course you need to know what the problem is before you can fix it. So be solutions oriented all the time, guys. Don't focus on the problems. And something else I wanted to mention is, and this is to do with how do you see the world, how do you see yourself? What are you? What are we as humans? Do you see yourself as a physical being, a physical person that is randomly born, lives their life, dies and remembers nothing? Or do you see yourself as more, as something, as energy that's eternal, and you're just inhabiting this physical body for an experience. Because this is a big thing as well. Now, if the world is just physical, you don't really have any control at all. If the world is just physical and you have to spend your time running around, pushing things about, and moving things around to try and affect change, then, that's almost an impossible task. If you believe that your energy and the energy goes out and energy attracts like energy, which it does, I've had so much experience of this in my life, then you can start to act rather than reacting, because when things, go bad, if you understand that your energy, it doesn't matter where you are, you can make a decision and change to go in a different direction. Now, if you're just physical, that can be a much, much tougher, choice to make. Just, in an example, if you're homeless and you really have no way out, if everything's physical, what are you going to focus on? How are you going to get a job? How are you going to get food? All you're going to see is the problems. But if you see yourself as energetic, you can sit there and you can build in your mind the life that you want, and things will come to you. And as long as you believe that, it happens. So this is the thing. We're not physical beings. We're not random. I think most of you understand this. We are eternal energy. And when we understand that, we can then perceive the world differently. And when you understand, it is all energy, and what you put out is what you get back. As you sow, so shall you reap. Then everything that comes your way that's bad was created by you. In the same breath, everything that is good and great that comes to you was created by you. And this is another thing. So if you're getting things in your life, experiences that you don't want, then don't go out and start pointing and yelling at the world, because that doesn't work. No one cares. You've got to change yourself. You've got to change the way you look at the world. You've got to change the way you're thinking and the energy that you're putting out. And that will change what you're attracting. Because everything is energy. So if we're energy now, that means we have a spiritual being, a higher self. So do you listen to that voice? And more than that, do you trust that voice? Because another thing with society, and the society that's been created around us, they hate people speaking out. Everyone wants you to be part of the crowd, and if you step out, you're the black sheep, they will come for you. They will. So are you the kind of person that believes, if you see facts and you interpret things a certain way, and it's different to the way everyone else sees it, do you believe yourself, or are you likely to sway if the public, if the masses say, oh, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong? Who do you believe? Do you believe yourself, or do you believe what's outside yourself? Because this is the same thing. Are you the energy, the spiritual person inside you, or are you the physical person that's outside, interacting with the physical world? Because these are two different ways to see life. And when it's all physical, it's pretty hard, and it's all war, and it's when you see it as physical, it's a lot, as spiritual, as energetic, it's a lot more fun. And you just have so much more power, because you understand that you can affect the world, that you can create what you want. And when you understand that, you can, and so you have power. So do you trust yourself, or do you trust those around you first? Do you stand up for your beliefs, even when it's you on your own? Do you still stand by your beliefs, or do you, sort of say it? And a lot of people, they just sort of say, well, in their head they say, well, I'll just pretend to go along with the crowd. But that as well, I would advise against that, because everything we do, that's telling your mind. You're telling yourself that you don't really quite believe it. And everything we do creates habits, and you just want to create good habits. You want to create habits where you stand in your power, where you trust yourself, because if you don't trust yourself, who are you going to trust? Seriously, who are you? We all have some people that are close to us, but in the end, we have to trust ourselves. There's always going to be points in our lives where it's just us, and if we don't trust ourselves and we don't know how to make decisions and to stand by them, then we have no power. We just end up having to do what other people tell us to do. And that's really the crux of it. And that's why you have to be autodidactic, because and it's a human trait. We don't like being told what to do. And the reason is because deep down we know that we are all powerful. That we're powerful creators that are eternal. So and we know that deep down. So when, physical beings try and push you around and stuff, it's just like, no. So the more you know, the more that you know about yourself and the world, and the more you think about how you interact with the world and what that means, and the more power you have, the more you can stand on your own 2 feet, and the less you'll be pushed around by people. The less power they will have. And that's really what we want, because the more power we have, we are the people, we are the masses, we are the majority. These so-called elites are such a minority. There's very few of them, and then there's all their minions, and their minions are just, paid idiots. They just give them castles and lots of money that they print. They'll do whatever they want them to do. But there's so many more of us, so when we all believe and stand in our power, we can change this reality just like that. It could be a new world in 6 months. And it's going to be a big year, guys, so I wouldn't put that one aside either. Let's see what we can get done in the next 6 months, definitely the next 12 months, because, of course, it is 2020, the year of perfect vision. Okay, so just a few thoughts there on thinking, being autodidactic. Hope you got something out of it. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. Leave me a like, subscribe, share the video, and in the description you'll find my Facebook page, my Instagram page, and also some autodidactic merchandise, so you can get out there and let the world know it is time to be self-educated. Autodidactic is the way forward. So you can get out there and let the world know that it's time to be autodidactic, because self-education is the way forward. Thanks for spending some time with me, guys. Catch you on the next upload. Bye for now.